Hello, and welcome to Drachmae and Demigods. I am Sammy Ferber, and I will be your host for the evening. Thank you guys for joining us today. Before we get started, obviously, today's news is a bit intense, and there's only so much that we can do as a tiny little, just starting out Fletchling live stream, but we're going to do our best here. So, if you haven't heard, talking about Dante Wright, who was murdered by police near Minneapolis yesterday. I woke up to the news today, and obviously this is not the first time that something like this has happened, and unfortunately it won't be the last, but we can't get disheartened about it. We have to mourn and we have to keep fighting. So we're just trying to do our part here. So if you see in the title of the video, if you type !donate into chat, it'll pull up a link to donate to Voices for Racial Justice, which is an on-the-grounds organization based in Minnesota. They were really big during the Floyd protests. So any donations we get tonight through that link will go 100% to them. No cut will be taken by any of us, and if like PayPal takes a cut or something, I will ensure that 100% of what you donate gets to them. If I have to do whatever I need to do to make sure that the exact amount of money that you guys donate goes to that organization. We at Drachmae and Demigods, which is just me, but we at Drachmae and Demigods strongly condemn police brutality and institutional racism. And we always want to be on the right side of history here. So, Black Lives Matter. Stay safe if you're protesting out there. And if you're protesting in the next few days, stay safe and stay angry. So, changing course here. Thank you guys for donating in advance. So tonight is a very special episode. It is an Anura only episode. If you are not completely caught up on our escapades here, this might be a little surprising, but yeah, so tonight's going to be just a one-on-one session between me and Anura. I'm very excited. I've never done a one-on-one session before, but I think this is going to be really fun. Also, in getting the donation thing set up, I also put in some other commands for Nightbot. So if you type in !characters or !drach, you will also get some stuff. If you're interested about the character levels or the racial or class choices that people have made, !characters and !drach will get you to all of the official Drachmae and Demigods social media links, as well as our YouTube link where all of our previous episodes are. So definitely check that out. Also, just in time for an Anura only episode, we have Alexios and Ilmay emotes. So all of our tier 1 subscribers now have access to those, which means that we have all but one member of the Hands of Fate available as emotes. So if you aren't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe and try to get us a couple more subscribers so we can unlock Ryujin. That'd be great. And obviously, if you are subscribed, spam those Anura emotes in chat tonight, because there's going to be a lot of Anura moments. Also, there is a special Threads of Fate episode coming this Thursday. It'll be just me talking to you guys live in chat, answering questions about the campaign or about anything else like that. So we're going to be putting up social posts in the next couple days asking for questions for that. But also, if you have questions, you can put them in chat tonight, and our mods will catch them. Also, because it's going to be live, you can ask questions in chat during the Threads of Fate on Thursday, and I'll be able to answer them then as well. Obviously, no spoilers or anything, but you get it. So that'll be 7:30 on Thursday. Shouldn't last too long. I expect it to be done by 8:30 at the latest. But check it out. So, I think that's it. Let me go to our new special Anura only screen. Hello, Anna. So, previously on Drachmae and Demigods. First of all, whoa, lots of background sound again, Anna.
I don't know why.
Do you have a fan going? Your lights are flickering.
I think it's the washing
that just changed it. It sounds great now.
Now it's good? Okay.
Yeah. Weird. All right, so previously on Drachmae and Demigods. Last episode, none of that matters. But let's focus on episode 6, the episode before. Anura and Adagio, currently the only members of the Hands of Fate staying in Delphi, since Alexios, Ilme, and Ryujin left for the Blood Shore, had a massive fight. Mnemosyne, the Titaness of Memory, who had made a deal with Anura, saying that she would physically weaken herself to the point where Anura could actually wield her if Anura freed her from her imprisonment in the Bloodglass Cube. Anura agreed. God, that background sound is back again.
I don't know what is happening. It's the washer and the dryer. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Maybe mute yourself when you're not talking. Sorry about that. So, Anura agreed to Mnemosyne's terms, but due to the nature of Bloodglass cubes, only the person who seals a cube can open it back up again, which meant that Anura needed to convince Adagio to open it, something he had no intention of doing. So Anura tried and failed to charm him, which led to an all-out battle between them, ending with Anura knocking Adagio unconscious. Anura then healed him enough for him to regain consciousness, which is when he took the cube and teleported away. There was a short chase throughout the city before both parties returned to the house, with Mnemosyne having made a second deal with Adagio. A deal in order to have him hand her over to Anura, which he did. And in return, Mnemosyne told them both that one of her brethren was sending out a distress call from near the city of Voltura. Adagio unlocked the cube, and Anura resealed it, now giving them the power to open it at their will. But then, Adagio kicked Anura out of the house. And that's where we're going to come in. So, Anura, it is the middle of the night. You are out in front of Sunbrown Manor. You have the Bloodglass cube in your possession. You've been kicked out of your home. What do you do?
How long would it take for me to get, just outside the city walls, closer to the Forest of Artemis?
Not long. To get out of the city, it would take maybe 15 minutes.
If I have time before, it's too late at night, can I make it to the Forest of Artemis to set up camp?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's already 2-ish o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be a late night regardless, but if you just sleep in, you'll be well rested.
Okay, yeah, then that's what I'm going to do.
All right, so you set off out in the moonlight under the stars, out the city gates of Delphi. You see in front of the gates Tyron and his family seeming to set up or begin looking at setting up a farm. As you pass, you hear, it looks like Tyron's but doesn't stop you. You are on a mission. You head out of the city, over the grasslands in front of the city, towards the Forest of Artemis. A forest you're very familiar with. You've spent a lot of time here. It takes you about, we'll say, 45 minutes to get to the edge of the forest. What would you like to do?
Once I'm at the edge of the forest, am I close to where it's the moon stars? Yeah. Am I close to where they are? Or the Sisters of the Moon? I can't remember which it is now.
Well, you would know that basically you're on the same latitude of the Sisters of the Moon, but they are basically in the direct center of the forest at your latitude. So you could probably get there by morning if you wanted to.
I'm trying to avoid them, so I'm going to go to part of the forest. Yes.
Okay. God, there's so much ambient noise. I'm so sorry, guys.
I'm about to mute myself when I'm not talking.
Okay. So you take a severe south. You walk along the edge of the forest for a while. The forest is vast, and you know, just from your experiences, that the forest at the point of Delphi is basically the tip, the northernmost point of the forest, but it goes all the way down to the coast in the south. How far down do you want to go before you enter?
I wouldn't go too far down, just far enough that I feel like I wouldn't have to run into any of the sisters if
sure.
they're
I'll say you give yourself a solid 30 minutes of blank space, of empty space, before you take the plunge and head into this heavy forest. And almost immediately, maybe due to the magics of this sacred forest, or maybe just due to the tree cover, but almost immediately the outside sounds seem to fade. And you find yourself in a familiar environment, a forest. And you see in most of the trees and plant life is still green, but you are seeing some elements that are starting to change color. Autumn is coming. Autumn is here. And you hear the sounds of nocturnal animals in the peak of their day. You hear owls, you hear rodents and raccoons. The night is yours.
I'm gonna go ahead and set up my bedroll then.
All right. How deep into the forest do you want to go before you set up camp?
I want to go far enough away from it that it's not going to be like someone can walk in and find me really quickly, like 15-ish minutes in at most.
Sure. Not a problem. Easy to do. It's by no means a straight path, but you know your way around forests. You dive in and out between trees until you find a small clearing. It's almost unnoticeable, but someone with your keen eyes and your experience, you can see a spot between a trio of trees where you can make a fairly comfortable, all things considered, camp. You lay out your bedroll, lay out your belongings, the blood glass cube with the link of Mnemosyne staring at you without eyes. As you lay down, anything you'd like to do?
To attune to the link, do I have to have it out of the blood glass cube?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and open the blood glass cube then.
You open it, and as you open it, whatever enchantment keeps it intact fades. So as you open it, the collapsible aspect of the cube comes into focus, and it just sort of falls flat. And there, about 8 inches in diameter, is the radiant link of Tartarus. And as soon as it's out of its cage, you see that pure white energy begin to convert into a sort of slimy green. And it just stares at you.
Alright, so at this point, I am going to take a long rest, I guess, and attune to the link.
Okay. So, you sleep. You hold the link by your body as you sleep. And it takes you a long time to fall asleep. It takes a long time to get your heart rate down. And you just lay there for a while grappling with everything that's happened. Until eventually the sound of the wildlife and the wind through the branches, the familiar sounds of nature, they comfort you. And then you find yourself asleep. You wake up, and it is mid-morning. The sun is high in the sky. There are bugs crawling on you. But you see in your hand a beautiful silver ring with an enormous green gem inlaid in it.
Before I put it on, I'm just gonna out loud go Mnemosyne.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure it was you and something hadn't messed up while I was asleep,
My
luck
Surprise,
is
it's a
terrible.
different Titan.
It's a different Titan. My luck is terrible. It could happen. You never know.
Sure.
Alright, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put the ring on then.
Alright, you slip the ring on your finger. Go ahead on D&D Beyond, you can attune to this item.
Okay.
And for a moment, it feels cold against your skin before it seems to almost warm to body temperature and you can almost forget that you're wearing it at all. It's not really your style, but something about it feels comfortable. And you hear her voice in your head. Oh, so much more in here than I even expected. So many languages. You're quite the linguist.
Just a few languages, just a few.
And by the way, you can prepare whatever spells you'd like for the day.
All right, that's right. Didn't think about that. Okay.
While you do that, Mnemosyne just speaks to you as you begin to get your camp in order. She goes, "The boy is foolish, but he made the right decision in the end. But there's so much tragedy in your past. So much fear and abandonment. Your parents leaving you to die. The priestess leaving and never coming back. And now Adagio, kicking you out of your own home, with your friends nowhere to be found at all. They don't understand the potential in you, not like I do."
Is there anything specific I need to do as far as spells now that I've attuned, or not?
No. So basically, if you look at the item, you basically, with this weakened version of Mnemosyne, you get 2 new attacks that are listed in the item, but that's basically it.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
At this point, now that I've got like everything a little bit in a semblance of order, I am just gonna sit down and have a conversation with the link.
All right.
I guess.
As you do, you hear a different voice enter your head. Adagio says it's okay to come back. Just want to talk and get your side of the story. All about second chances. He loves you. Is that it? And that's what you hear.
And then, what did I say exactly?
Something about, I think I forgive you. I'll be back for the festival.
Yeah, I literally said, I was like, I'll be back for the festival. I just need time and space. I think I forgive you.
There you go.
And then at that point, I'm going to ask Mnemosyne to block out any other, like, messages if she can.
My pleasure.
So when you talk about my potential, what potential is that?
There's power in you. Many different sources. But what you can do now, though powerful, is nothing compared to what you can do in the future. I don't pretend to be an oracle, but I can see how this will play out. If you don't run from it, if you allow yourself to be powerful, if you allow yourself to be someone who can never be abandoned again. I can help with that.
How?
Well, why don't we go walking through this forest and see if you can use me?
Is it going to hurt the forest in any way, though?
Well, I can only do what you want me to do now that we're connected. You point, I shoot.
Sorry, my brain went to a Grey's Anatomy quote. I apologize for laughing. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I apologize. Before we go, part of the whole reason I partnered with you in the first place is you told me that I had some amount of divine blood and that you knew where it came from.
Yes.
What was that?
I don't know if you're ready for the answer. Anna, is there any way you can change this setting again? Because the background music is the background sound is rough.
Did that fix it?
It's better.
Don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I have to keep changing the gain of the mic, but it's fine.
Weird.
On break, I'll switch over to my headphones instead.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway, back in it. Sorry.
Apologies.
If I tell you that now, what use do you have for me?
It's not like me knowing what it is going to help me figure out how it happened, why this is a thing.
This is true. But it could potentially give you an unfortunate sort of direction when I need you focused.
See, that makes me want to know more.
We will have time for your ends once we deal with mine. That was the mistake I made with Aruxal. I agreed to help him in his personal pursuits, and then after he conquered Delphi, he would help me with mine. I don't intend on making that mistake again.
Our pursuits may line up, but our goals aren't the same.
Not yet. But I think that can change. If you are enlightened. Tell me, Anura, why do you think it is that all of the oral histories of the Age of Titans have been lost to time?
History is written by the victor.
How true. I like to think of it like a man who cheats. A man who cheats and then is found out by his wife. And so she leaves him. She doesn't want to be cheated on. And now, all alone, he is forced to build a stronger relationship with the woman with which he has cheated. But that woman cannot trust that man, for she knows him to be a cheater. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
I think so.
The gods made sure that all the histories of the Age of Titan were either gone entirely or rewritten, so as to never allow the histories, the true histories, to be remembered. So he rewrote the stories, made it sound as if he and his brethren were destined from birth to rule the universe and conquer the tyrant titans. Save the world from our corrupt rule. That's not what it was. The people over which we ruled were happy. And we ruled from Gaia herself. We didn't hide on Olympus. But do you know what Zeus and his brethren feared at the end of the Divine War more than anything itself?
What did they fear?
Well, it wasn't us. It was you. The people of Gaia. You see, the people of Gaia remembered the Titans, remembered that they were happy under our rule. They would not merely accept these new rulers, they worshipped us, quite literally. We were as much a fabric of their society as the gods are to yours. But the gods couldn't have that. The woman knows he's a cheater, and so can never trust him. If the people know that the Titans were conquered, they would know the gods too can fall. And Zeus could not have that. So he ensured no one would remember the truth. He hid on Olympus to make himself feel superior, to make he and his brethren feel perfect, ideal, untouchable. But they can fall, just like we fell. And just like they rose, we can rise as well.
It's a lot to take in.
Indeed.
I have one more question before we go and see if I can figure out how to, like, actually use you now that we partnered up.
Yes.
How did the Lynx get out of Tartarus?
You hear the chuckle in your head. I can answer you honestly. I do not know.
Completely out of character. That makes it 10 times scarier that they don't even know. God. Okay. Okay. At this point, I'm gonna get up and start walking around the forest and try and find, like, somewhere that I won't really hurt the forest that much.
Okay.
Try and figure out how to use the Mnemosyne.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh shit. Where is a D20? Why are none of these D20s? There's everything but a D20 apparently. You said investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give myself guidance because holy shit, I always struggle on investigation for some reason. That's a 9. Okay, cool. It has the dot at the bottom. +4. 17, if I did my math right.
Well, it's sort of hard to find a place that you're confident won't hurt the forest, since the forest is all around you. But as you are sort of making your way aimlessly through the forest, you do see some interesting things, besides just the natural wildlife and the vegetation that's around you. You spot, after maybe a few hours of just sort of walking through the forest, a bizarrely bioluminescent mushroom on the side of a tree. And looking around, you see that there's one mushroom here, but a few yards away on a different tree at the base, there's a couple more, like, almost neon green mushrooms. And a few more. And a few more.
So let me pull up the link of Mnemosyne real quick so I can read through it again and make sure I'm in the right spot.
You might want to just, like, go all the way to the bottom of the link of Mnemosyne. That's where, like, what she does is.
Yeah, I found it. Okay. At the tree with one mushroom on it.
Sure.
I'm going to try and use Ray of Acid.
All right. What's the save on that, or is it an attack roll?
It's a save DC. Which one is it? Dexterity saving. Okay.
That is a natural 17.
How is dexterity saving calculated?
It's just whatever your spell save DC is.
Oh, okay. It's not for dexterity. It's just my spell save DC. Okay.
Yeah,
See what it is now. My bad.
but the
Mine's
tree
a
rolls
15.
for
So
dex save. Okay, so you focus your hands toward the tree, and the emerald ring glows and begins to grow until you can grasp it with both hands. And you see this green ring. You've seen this once before. You saw Ruxal do it. You see it begin to coalesce green acidic energy before it fires out toward the tree. At that moment, the tree itself transforms, and you see it looks like some sort of green, leafy, feminine figure who screams and runs away. I think she takes half damage.
yeah, no, I feel so bad now.
Go ahead, roll damage.
Uh, that's a 1 and a 2, so 3.
3. Okay, so you see like one of her branches like take some of the hit and fall off as she runs, and you see this green spirit form just jump into another tree and is gone. But the mushroom stays.
Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot. At this point, I'm gonna go and investigate the mushroom, because what is the mushroom?
Go ahead and make a nature check, or gets a survival check.
Said a survival check. Okay. Hey, it's a 19. It was 15 plus 4.
All right. It's definitely bioluminescent, and from the shape, you're not familiar with this exact mushroom, but you've seen mushrooms like it. You're fairly confident that it's probably poisonous. But you also, it's rare to see just like one mushroom hanging out. And so looking a bit further, you see the other sort of clumps of mushrooms, and it seems like there's the clumps get thicker and thicker until there's one tree that has plenty of these mushrooms at its roots.
All right. That was a lot. I'm just gonna say that out loud. Um, that was a lot. I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, if I'm being completely honest. How am I supposed to test a psychic blast when there's nothing around?
I would say, with your passive perception, you would see that tree in the distance with the mushrooms at its roots. Something seems to be lying amongst those roots. Something furry.
Oh no! Oh no! Uh, can I get closer without scaring it?
Sure, make a stealth check.
Oh fuck. Amy, are you about to make me kill a little creature? Because if so, I need some fair warning.
Listen, what happens happens, man.
You said stealth?
Yeah.
The 13.
Okay. You feel somewhat stealthy. It's hard to be stealthy in this forest with these new leaves that are beginning to fall. The ground is very crunchy, but nevertheless, you make your way closer to this tree, and you see it's in somewhat of a clearing ish. There's like maybe 3 trees around it, roots coming in and out of the earth, and these mushrooms at the base. And you see, make a perception check as you get closer to this furry creature.
14.
14. It is laying there. It is not moving. It looks like it's probably a wolf or some sort of wild dog, probably a wolf. And you do see around its mouth and amongst its teeth flakes of bioluminescence.
Can I tell if like, is it mostly dead? Can I like tell if it's dead or not?
You have to get up close to it.
I'm gonna try and get closer to it then.
Okay. You get up close to it. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Oh shit. 21.
21. It seems dead.
Aw, poor baby.
But as you get up close to it and you inspect it, it doesn't seem to be breathing. It seems fairly cold. You hear from somewhere. Heavy footsteps.
Is there like a tree nearby that I can just climb real quick?
Let's see. Let's roll initiative, shall we?
Fuck. Cool. Thanks, Sammy. I was ready to climb a tree. Nope, initiative.
Well, let's see
3.
what happens first. A 3?
3. It was originally a nat 1.
Amazing.
Why are all my initiative rolls nat 1s?
So, well, let's see what it rolls. A natural 20. I shit you not.
Oh my god.
So,
2
it
ends
goes
of the spectrum
first.
there.
So, as you are up against the animal and you hear this sound from behind you, before you can react, you see something emerge from the foliage behind you. Something that looks like... At first you think it's a giant owl, but then you see it walks on 4 thick, furry legs. Looks like an owl bear. And it will make its attack. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It gets right up in melee with you. And it will first bite at you with its beak. That is not great. Great modifier, though. That's a 15.
I have a 15, so hits.
That hits. And then it'll attack you with its claws as well. That is a natural 15, so that definitely hits as well.
Yeah.
So... Oof. Oh my god, these damage rolls. That is going to be 32 points of damage.
Holy shit!
I rolled real high on both of those damage rolls.
Sammy!
That's its turn. What are you doing on your turn?
I have 9 hit points.
What are you gonna do?
What the fuck? I was not prepared. I don't know what to do.
Gotta do something. Gotta think fast. You got this giant owl bear creature in melee with you, and a dead wolf behind you.
I was not expecting this. Holy shit. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at 3rd level because I need 3d8 at this point.
Go ahead.
Fuck. Alright, you know how last week everyone was saying they needed a druid? I need a freaking cleric because I need to be the not only healer. 10, 18 plus 4, so 22 points back.
22 points of healing. All right, you go ahead and take that. Bonus action?
God. I'm going to... None of Mnemosyne stuff is a bonus action. It's all considered an action, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Making sure. Then I'm going to take Sorry Form of Archer because I need to do some damage.
All right. Your eyes glow pure white as the constellation spreads and connects all over your body, the form of an archer on your chest, and you feel the radiance bursting through your arms.
That's...
Make your attack.
You have to roll. It's 15 plus 7, 22.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I can't do math. What is 7 plus 4? 11.
11 points of damage. All right.
Yes.
You fire
And
your
use my
radiant...
to run away.
You fire your radiant blast at the owlbear. Where are you running?
Behind the tree, like hiding
You
behind
can
it the
move
best
yourself.
I can.
Don't forget.
Oh, that's right. I can do that. I'm not used to it yet. So I have to run around the tree. So
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And it
30?
will swipe out at you as you leave.
Fuck, I didn't realize I was in melee.
That's only a 13 though, so I think that misses.
Yes, it does.
All right. So that is your turn. That brings us back to its turn. Combat with 2 people. Can you believe it?
Better than 30 plus.
You hear it. It's like weird, deep screech as it climbs over these roots back into melee with you. Beak attack. Oh, that's a natural 3, so that's gonna miss.
Oh, thank
So
God.
reach out for your claws. Miss both with a 13 again. Yeah, so this time, now you're ready for the attack. You see its piercing beak come out, but you dodge out of the way. A swipe of a claw, dodge again. You just feel the bark of the tree give way to its claws. What are you doing?
Okay. Immediately this time, because now it's pissed me off and I want to know what the fuck it does, I guess. I'm going to try and use a Psychic Blast.
All right.
It's a
Jesus Christ.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's a natural 5. I don't think it's going to save.
Nope, because I have a 15, so that's
All right.
4d8 psychic damage.
Go ahead. Once again, the ring comes into your hands, and you see, instead of a green energy to it, it perfectly radiates a sort of pink-purple and explodes out in a radius.
It's 21 points of psychic damage.
Oof! And I think that does something else, doesn't it?
In addition, creatures who fail the saving throw are at a disadvantage on all attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
There you go. So next round, he's at disadvantage for all of its attacks. You see it sort of like clutch its head, especially with its owl hearing. It seems to like there is something going on in its brain. It almost claws itself, trying to get out the pain. All right. Anything bonus action?
I'm going to go ahead and take that shot that
Do it.
I have with bonus actions.
The radiant bolt fires out.
Sorry, I'm trying to math. 23?
23 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 16 plus 7 was hard to do in my head. 7 plus 4 again, so 11.
11 points again. He is looking very it's bizarre. Like he's taking the hits and he seemed to be ready to fight, but this is pretty intense, and seeing the pain from inside his brain, it's like thrashing around, doesn't really know what to do with itself. But it acts on instinct, so it's going to attack, but both at disadvantage. So first, the beak attack. Oh man, a natural 18, a natural 19, so that's gonna hit with the beak.
Well,
But the claw is going to be, that's cocked. The lowest one is a natural 16. So he actually rolls better this round with disadvantage than last round normal.
what
so
the fuck?
the beak attack is 7 points of piercing, and the claws, oh man, double 8s on 2d8. So that's 21 points of slashing in addition. It seems to have invoked a sort of animalistic fury now that it seems like there is foul moves at play. Your turn. What are you doing?
How does it look?
It looks rough. It's not like on death's door, but it definitely looks like you are cutting into it.
Alright, then we're just gonna do this because I am... Can I still use Hellish Rebuke as a reaction to getting hit?
You can. Absolutely.
And that doesn't count as my turn. I remembered it!
And that's a 4 on the save, so go ahead and roll damage on
I remembered it for once.
it.
7, 13, plus another 7 is 20 points of fire damage.
Woo! Yeah, that hurts it. It is definitely looking pissed and injured.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at first level, just using my little...
Go ahead.
creature. I can
Fire
find it.
at will. You open up your star map and pull the constellations out of it, using it to create this radiant bolt of energy.
It's a natural 17. Are you going to make me do the math?
No, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm bad at math.
It's like I'm a teacher, and you're like, ugh, don't make me do math.
I'm really bad at mental math, okay? I'm used to doing it at work all the time, and so when I'm not at work, I just don't do
It
it.
shuts off. I get it.
So. Hey, I actually have 4 d6s. 6, 12, 14, 17 points of radiant damage.
Ooh. It is looking rough.
And then I've got the bonus,
Bonus action, Radiant Strike.
God, I need him to die. I cannot take another hit.
Hit him. It's possible.
Come on, this is my good dice. Come on. Oh, it was a 19.
That hits.
I was hoping for an at 20. I needed that extra little bit, okay? Fuck. Oh, where's the D8? I lost my D8 again. Fuck. Hey, 8 plus 4 is 12 points of radiant damage.
You need 11. Take your moment.
Oh, that was about to be so fucking bad. I haven't gotten one of these yet. Everyone else has always landed the final blow. I don't know what to do. I am going to take, when I pull back that shot, I'm going to aim it like directly between its eyes. And as soon as it hits, I just want it to like sink in directly between its eyes.
You pull your arm back, and even though you have no actual bow or actual arrow, the radiant energy creates this spectral arrow as you line up the shot, and you hear Mnemosyne in your ear. Do it. Fires, and you just see the radiant bolt pierce its skull. It almost illuminates the inside of its skull for a moment. Dead.
I have a question real quick. How many hit points does that thing have?
It had 91.
Holy shit, it had more than half. It had more than double my hit points. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. But you do more damage per round.
That was scary.
It also missed an entire round, so let's remember.
That is true. I would have died had it not missed that round.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to very quickly go ahead and cast Cure Wounds at second level.
Go ahead and take your healing.
Because I'm not stupid enough to not cast Cure Wounds at second level right now. Sorry, I have a new laptop, so like every time I try to click something, it does something I don't want it to do because I'm not used to it yet. 5, 9 plus 4. I got 13 points back.
Okay, go ahead and take your healing. As you sort of like sit there and catch your breath and see this giant hulking body in front of you. And you get the sense either this owlbear happened to be coming across at the right time, or this wolf was left there as bait for something. Either way, you came out on top.
Okay, that was a lot. I'm going to go ahead and sit down for a little while and just like, lean against the tree. Take some time for myself kind of thing.
Absolutely. And we have 9 days to cover, so it'll sort of be up to you of how you want to handle this time. But basically, this is day 2. Yeah, day 2. Anything else you want to do today?
How long would it take me to, like, with the herbalism kit, go find stuff to start making potions of healing?
That depends. Make an investigation check.
I didn't know if I could do that today or if I should wait for tomorrow. Got 9.
It'll take you a bit. You you learned how to make potions like that in a different forest with different plant life and that sort of thing. So you know you have the capacity to do it in this forest. You're just not totally familiar with the herbs you would need, but you bet you'd know them when you saw them. You just have to do a little bit of poking around.
Okay, then I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. I guess then I am gonna sit down and see if Mnemosyne has anything to say.
What do you want me to say?
That's a good question. I wish you would tell me where the divine blood is from, but I'm not getting that answer. Um, uh, it's gonna take a little getting used to having different attacks. It's gonna take some time.
Of course. And when you do get used to what I can do more powerful, more interesting things.
We're a couple levels off from that still. We'll get there.
What do you mean levels?
I didn't even think about that. We're a little bit off from that. I've got some growing to do first.
Tell me, what is it that you really desire?
That's a good question. Answers. Found family or just family in general that doesn't abandon me.
And you thought that coming here would give you those answers?
You hold more answers than anybody I've ever met about anything that happened. Why things are like they are.
And yet you come to this forest, a Forest of Artemis. But she has never given you answers.
Yes, but she did keep me from dying.
Except for the time she didn't.
Alright, in fairness to the gauntlet, she kind of can't. She kind of really couldn't do anything with that.
Who says?
I mean, if she did do something with it, she'd be disrespecting her twin brother's city's, big thing, so.
If anyone can interfere in Apollo's doings, it's Artemis, is it not?
That's true, but she didn't have to. I mean, my party did save me. No matter how much I feel like I've kind of just, abandoned them right now.
You abandoned them. They cast you out. 3 of them weren't even there to defend you.
The worst part is, I'm pretty sure they're going to agree with Adagio.
Perhaps they will. So what are you going to do about it?
It goes one of two ways. They either welcome me back, or if they don't, then I make sure they regret not letting me come back.
Why do you want to be with them so badly? Just because they were the first people to offer you a home? I can offer you a new found family. There are others around this world. Others who try to collect my brethren. Some for the same reasons your friends are, but others for quite the opposite. I can bring you to them. They can be your family.
No offense, you haven't proven that you care enough about that. I know you only really care about getting, all your brethren back together. Going back into power, I get that. But even though Adagio kicked me out, I know the others had to go to the Bloodshore to get stuff. It was my choice not to go with them. They haven't proven that they don't want me. Adagio's proven found family meant nothing, but they haven't.
What if I told you your friends lied?
About what?
About the reasons they went to the Bloodshore.
Why did They go to the blood shore. I thought they were going to get blood glass when we found your brethren.
Perhaps that's why Ryujin and Alexios went, but Ilme had ulterior motives. Motives she kept from them and from everyone else.
What were her motives?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not close to her like I am with you. But I can tell when someone is lying. Perhaps she was going to find something to kill you.
I don't think it would be that.
But are you sure?
You can never be sure.
Exactly.
Then how can I be sure you're not lying to me?
Because we're connected. I can't lie to you.
Question as a player, is that actually true?
You have no idea.
Can I insight check this?
Sure, it'll be disadvantaged because there's not like a face to read facial features on. You're going solely on the voice in your head.
Okay, cool. I'll take that. Can I give myself advantage on it? No, not advantage. Guidance. I don't know if guidance would work on this or not. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
You said it was disadvantage,
Insight.
so that was
Yep.
2 rolls. Insight. Why can't I find? Oh, I have a +7 on insight. 21.
21. It's unclear. It's first of all, she's hard to read, especially when there's no face to go on. But you know a lot about the link now that you've attuned to it. And there's nothing you know that says that she's unable to lie to you. Although you can't confirm whether or not she's lying now.
Okay, cool. Is there anything that you know about me that I know that you will tell me? I don't know. No, I don't know what I said.
Yes, there's lots.
Such as...
I will tell you everything in time, but this is a two-way street.
What do you want from me, then?
I want you to help me get together with my brethren. But I want you to do it my way, with my people, not with those that just cast you out.
It's not your decision how we get to this goal.
No,
I'm not the
it's
one
not.
trapped in the link, so...
That is true.
If you want me
But
to help
now...
you have to let me do things on my own terms.
Child, I can remove myself from your finger and fly off into the air whenever I so please. Do remember. Everything alright?
There's just a random noise. I don't know what it is. I thought it was a cricket. Maybe it is a cricket outside, but it just scared me. Sorry.
It's so immersive in this forest.
It's what it feels like. Is it? No, okay, it's not. It's not the music. Okay, nope. I don't know what it is, then. Okay. I feel like this is a fight we're gonna have to keep coming back to.
Perhaps. We have a long time together. Lots to discuss.
Stopped and it started again. Sorry.
No worries.
Alright, then I guess that's it for the day. Come on, go to sleep.
Alright. Right under this this tree.
I'm gonna try and find somewhere a little more like secluded, not near the bioluminescent mushrooms that seem to be poisonous.
Sure. Not hard to do. It seems like they basically were spreading in one direction, so you just go the other way, a little bit deeper into the forest, find some tree cover, and go to bed. Day 3. Anything particularly you'd like to do today?
I'm going to go and look for stuff to use with the herbalism kit to make some potions of healing.
Make an investigation check.
I'm going to be by myself for the next couple of days. Let's math. Why is adding 4 so difficult today? 17. There we go.
17. All right. So it doesn't take you long, especially in the sunlight. It doesn't take you long to find some herbs that look similar to herbs that you've seen before. Go ahead and make a nature check.
Okay. Again, adding 4 is hard. 15.
15. They look like they'll probably do the trick. They're slightly different, but not different enough that they would have different properties. So you feel confident that as you gather them, that you could probably turn these into a healing potion for sure.
Okay, then I am going to collect enough. How much would I need to collect to make like 3 potions of healing?
Well, let me check. That's a good question.
Okay, cool.
While I'm
never
looking
used
this up, chat, definitely, please donate. And hope you guys are having a good night.
I have no clue how to use an herbalism kit, so.
Yeah, I think there's specific rules. Let me just look it up. God, my computer runs so slow when I'm streaming.
I'd like to appreciate Quirky just, Anura, BB, no, they love you. We love you. No. All in quick succession.
Let's see.
Also, yes, math is hard.
It doesn't say. So I'll say you could, if you want to spend the entire day making healing potions, you could easily find enough to make 3 healing potions.
Okay, then I want to go ahead and make 3 healing potions.
All right, go ahead and just roll 3 nature checks for me.
Nature checks, okay. 19, 20, and a 9.
Okay. So you make 2 successful herbalism kits. The third one, you don't know if maybe the herbs you got are a little bit dying or what, or maybe they have some sort of fungus in them, but you finish making the healing potion and it's not the color you're expecting. You're not sure if it'll work the same, but you're a little bit scared to try it.
Okay, cool. Okay. I guess that's it for that then.
All right. Day 4. You wake up. Oh, yeah?
Sorry, what do I add for the potions of healing then?
Potions of healing should be common.
Okay, why isn't it showing me common?
They should, it doesn't even look like a magic item. It should just look like a normal item if you just look up potion of healing.
Okay, I found it. Cool.
Yeah.
My bad. I was looking up the wrong thing. We're good now.
All right. So, day 4, you wake up to a drizzle coming through the trees in this forest. As the day goes on, around midday, it becomes a real storm. You get some cover from it just due to the heavy canopy above you, but even still, it's not long before you get drenched. Can you roll a d20 for me?
Yes. Natural 20.
Okay. So, you're just sort of wandering through the forest for a while in the rain. Visibility is very low. You're sopping in the dirt, a bit cut up from the branches that are swaying in the wind and hitting you in the face. But you see something that strikes you as a little bit odd. You're walking through the forest and you see what looks like a stone a rather large stone, enough that it somewhat draws your attention, partially covered in moss, irregular, and about 10, 15 feet in front of it is another similarly sized stone. They're not identical. And there's another one about 15 feet in front of that one. And looking around, you also see a similar sort of line of these stones about 30 feet to its side. There's like two basically parallel lines of these stones. And again, they're not exact. They're not perfect. It looks like there's some stones that have been lost to time or that have been shoved closer or further away. But in general, it looks like two parallel lines of these stones. And the fact that they are placed so almost perfectly strikes you as odd.
Can I investigate the nearest stone?
Sure. Make a nature check.
23.
Nothing abnormal about the stone itself besides its placement. There is moss growing on it. It looks like it's been here for a long time, but there's nothing that strikes you as particularly odd, besides the fact that it's a large stone in the middle of a grassy forest.
I'm gonna ask Mnemosyne if she knows anything.
What do you ask?
Do you know anything about these stones, why they're in two lines? You have any idea? Because I have no clue.
Anura, this forest did not even exist when I went into the link.
I want to know if you knew something, maybe like someone had mentioned it.
I don't talk to many people.
That's fair. Oh, I feel special. Sorry, it's been a long day.
I will say, with your passive perception, on the side of the stone, it looks like it's reflecting some sort of light. It's by no means the source of a light, but especially in the relative darkness in this stormy day, there's some light that's hitting a side of this stone that looks almost, it's constantly flickering and shifting. It almost makes you think of water, but you don't hear, I mean, it's raining, so it's hard to really tell, but you don't hear any sort of running water. But the light that's hitting it looks like the way light reflects water.
Can I, like, try and figure out where the light's coming from?
Make a
like,
perception check. Make a perception check.
Cool. 19. That's how you
19. Looking sort of forward and seeing these two parallel lines of the stones, you sort of stand in between the two parallel lines and look where they direct. And it does look like there's some sort of almost blue light source. You can't really tell the source of it yet, but it looks like these stones lead to some sort of clearing in the forest.
Okay, I'm going to go to the clearing then.
Okay. You walk further down this pathway, I guess you would call it, and you find yourself in front of some sort of the sound is
Sorry,
back
what was... I don't know what is happening.
There you go.
Did that fix
now it's
it?
gone.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know why. Anytime I change the gain, it fixes it.
Weird. You find yourself looking down into a pool. It's a small pool, and it looks like it's built into the forest itself, with impossibly clear water. So clear, it seems to be emanating this sort of light that is hitting the stones, and perfectly still.
Do I know what it is? Like, have I ever seen anything like this in the forest anywhere else?
Definitely not.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what to do to, like, figure out what it is. Can
I
I
will
like?
say it looks serene. As serene as something can look in the middle of a storm, it looks almost like there's no infrastructure here, so you can tell like what this space is, but it looks purposeful, peaceful.
Would can I see if the water is like dangerous in any way without actually getting in the water?
Sure, you like go up to the edge and look into it. Go ahead
Yeah.
and make an investigation check.
21.
21. You can't tell if it's dangerous. It's certainly emanating a light, and it's unnaturally clear, unnaturally blue. It almost looks like artificial, but it doesn't seem artificial. But you do see it descends a long way down, which is bizarre because it's built into the actual ground of the earth. But looking down, because it's so clear, you can see it goes down maybe like 80 feet down, straight down. And it doesn't seem like there's any other things that go into it. It's just a single pool. And something glints at the bottom of it.
What wild shapes do I have that would let me breathe underwater? Do I have any? Okay, so oh no.
Somewhere around you. Can't quite tell where.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that in the slightest. If I transform to a crocodile, can I breathe underwater? Okay, yep, I can hold my breath for 15 minutes. It just loaded in. Sorry, it wasn't loading. It just was trying.
All right. So you turn into a crocodile. Crocodile form standing there. You hear the sound again. So you hear a rustling in the trees. A bush shakes. What are you gonna do?
I probably should not have turned into a crocodile right then. I don't even know if I meant to, but it's fine. It's happened. It's cool. I am a crocodile. I cannot take it back. I should have specified that I didn't want to do it right then, but it's fine.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I didn't say it. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the water and start swimming down then.
Sploosh! It's warm considerably,
Ugh.
and you swim down into the water. Nothing stops you. Nothing prevents you from doing anything. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and go down to the thing that's glinting and see if I can figure out what it is.
So, it takes you a bit of time to swim down, but you do manage to get there. It looks like it is some sort of metallic hilt that is shoved into the earth at the bottom of this pool. Very Excalibur-esque.
Can I like grab it in any way as a crocodile?
You can bite it and pull it.
Okay, can I see if I can pull it out?
Yeah, you bite it and you pull. It not only does it not come out, it doesn't budge at all.
Can I see what's keeping it from coming out?
As a crocodile, you can make a perception check.
Okay. Let me pull back up the crocodile stats. It's a perception, right?
Yeah.
Why is a crocodile so fucking smart? Sorry, the crocodile's stat for intelligence and wisdom is the same as mine.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, I think because you're looking at wild shapes, I think its wisdom, intelligence, and charisma will always be the same as you.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, how the fuck does this crocodile have an 18 for intelligence?
It's Mr. Crocodile to you.
I was so fucking confused. That's why the charisma is also an 11, because my charisma's an 11. Okay. Alright, you said perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
18. It's hard to tell. It's certainly possible that something from underneath the pool is holding it in place, but from what you can see, there's nothing visually anyway that looks like it's holding something in place.
If I hit it with my tail, does it knock loose?
Whack! Ah! It hurts like a motherfucker.
That's what I thought.
And you get the sense, because you still have your own mind in this, either there's something really powerful holding it in place underneath the pool, or something magically is holding it there.
Okay, so if I revert back to Anura right now,
Yeah.
would I be able to get back to the surface before I drown?
Yeah, well, what's your constitution score?
14.
Okay, so, you can hold your breath for 3 minutes, I believe.
Okay.
And it's only an 80-foot drop, so you can swim at half your walking speed around. So you could swim 15 feet up at any given time. So it will not take you 30 rounds to get up.
So I would be able to get up without drowning.
Yes, depending on how long you stay down here before you start kicking your way up.
So I have 30 rounds before I
Start drowning.
start drowning. Okay.
Yeah.
And it would take how many rounds to get up? I gotta do math.
Let's see.
Divided by 15. So like
I'll do some math,
approximately
too.
6 rounds.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I have 24
So you have 24
rounds. To figure out
rounds.
what the fuck I can do. Okay, so then I'm going to... Oh, can I cast spells underwater?
Not if they have verbal components.
Fuck! Everything has verbal components that I would
You
need.
can move up, cast a spell, dive back down.
But I don't have... The
I
spell
will
doesn't
say
have that
there
kind
are
of
some
radius.
there are some DMs that allow this, and I will maybe allow that as well. That you can cast a spell underwater, but doing so releases a lot of air, so it would cut your time in half.
So I would only have 15 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, then I am going to cast... I'm going to revert back to Anura and
Okay.
cast Dispel
Hold your breath.
Magic. I'm
And
not
cast
holding
what?
my actual breath. Dispel Magic.
Okay. At what level?
It's 3rd level.
Go ahead and roll.
What am I rolling?
I believe it's an Arcana check. Let me double check the spell. If you're trying to dispel something that's a higher level than what you're casting, you make an ability check using your spell casting abilities. So it's just a straight wisdom check.
Straight Wisdom check? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a nat 20, so 24.
Wow. Okay.
The Percy dice coming through again, and
So
then it's going to roll
you
shit
cast
from now
dispel
on.
magic, releasing lots of your air, but you close your mouth before you suck any water in. You send the magical energy, the abjuration canceling magic, onto this hilt in the ground. Nothing seems to change, but it probably worked.
Okay, can I try and pull it out now?
All right. You touch the hilt of whatever this weapon is and feel your consciousness sucked somewhere else entirely.
Oh no, oh no.
We're going to take a break.
Ah!
Thank you guys for joining us so far. We'll be back in like 15-ish minutes, so don't go anywhere, but go ahead and use the bathroom, eat some food, whatever you want to do before we come back here. My guess is this will be a slightly shorter session than usual, but I'm going to try not to make it super short. But thank you guys for joining us again. Oh, sorry, Quirky. Again, please donate to the Voices for Racial Justice. !donate. And also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to us. It really helps us out. But I will say this, I don't think I said it at the beginning, but any bit donations and that sort of thing still goes to us. So if you want to donate, be sure to donate through that link instead of bidding. But you could also send us bits if you want to support us. So thank you guys. We'll be back probably around 9-ish, maybe a little bit after that. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. And welcome back to Drachmae and Demigods. Hope you guys had a good break. We're back. Let me get some exciting music going here for this exciting moment. So, when we left off, the link of the stream was sufficient to the stream. You had to set up the transfer directly. We'll go to you. Yes, Quirky. Just because of the time that I had, the limited time. Yes, any money that gets donated to the stream from this stream goes directly. I'm gonna put it in myself to the charity, 100%. And if you guys want, I'll put like receipts or whatever on Twitter, so you know I didn't just steal it. But for future charity stuff like this, I'll make sure that it goes just to the charity itself. But this was me testing out new technology. So, coming back into this moment, you touched the hilt of this sword at the bottom of the pool, and your consciousness was sucked elsewhere. In this moment, you open your eyes, and you're momentarily afraid to open your mouth, but then you find your feet on solid ground. You open your mouth, you breathe in, and you breathe air. You're standing in a forest clearing, and you hear the cries of a baby. You turn, and you see, maybe 50 feet away from you, a baby, a small, newborn baby, sitting on the ground of this forest clearing, slowly being surrounded by this giant snake that is slowly beginning to constrict the baby. What are you going to do?
I am going to immediately attack the snake.
Okay, how are you going to do it?
How can I do it that won't hurt the baby?
That's a good question.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what to do. This is why I don't like being by myself. I don't have time to decide what to do. I don't know. Can I pull the snake off of the baby? Can I pull this baby out of the snake's grasp?
You can try. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. Where did I put my fucking dice? That was so much more stressful than I thought it was going to be. Just being told about a baby. I was like, oh, a baby. And then you're like, no!
A baby in danger.
17.
17. You try to find a spot of this snake that you can grab hold of and pull, but the heavy muscular body of this snake is just constricting tighter and tighter. You can't really get a good grip in order to pull it.
Can I pull the baby out without hurting the baby?
I would say with how difficult it was to try to grab the snake, looking at where the baby is right now, you're not sure that you could pull it out with any more luck.
Okay. I am immediately going to cast Primal Savagery, since it's a cantrip.
Okay, your fingernails grow into sharp claws. What are you gonna do?
Well, it was, how do you do math? Yeah, 24 to hit.
Okay, and you're just gonna try, what are you trying to do?
I'm going to specifically slash at the snake without hitting the baby.
Alright, so since you are up close with it, you see the head of the snake beginning to eye up the baby, and you see its jaw begin to unhinge. You grab that head with one hand, take your claw, and just scratch along the side of this snake. You feel the blood ripping from its body before it dissolves into mist. The entire world dissolves into mist. You fall on the ground once again. You're in a dense forest. A completely different area of a forest. And you hear the steady chopping of some sort of axe. And you look high up in a tree, fast asleep, a sloth. But down on the ground where you are, you see a man with an axe hacking away at the tree the sloth is in. You know, if that tree falls, the sloth will die. What are you going to do?
I If I'm a giant wolf spider, can I pick the sloth up?
You'd have to climb up there first. He's pretty high.
The giant wolf spider has 40-foot climbing speed, so I'm just curious.
Okay. It's about
Can I make
150 feet up.
Can I make it before the tree would be chopped down?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. So glad I actually decided to up my intelligence. Hey, it's a nat 20! So 24.
It'll be close. If nothing goes wrong, you should be able to get there in time.
Oh, I'm scared something's gonna go wrong. Have I got anything with a faster climbing speed? I think
As you're
40
doing
is the highest.
Chop, 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 chop.
I am going to transform into a giant wolf spider. As I
Okay.
go to climb up the tree, I'm gonna run into the person with the axe so it knocks them over a little bit.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check with the strength of the spider.
The strength of the spider. I forgot how hard it is to play a druid sometimes. Hey, the strength of the spider
Yeah,
is
druids
better
are
than
actually
my
wild
strength.
shapes.
I'm so used to not doing it. Okay. You said the strength of the spider?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just +1 then. Okay, cool.
Okay.
13, 14?
14. You barrel into the man, momentarily knock him off his feet. As he's scrambling to get up and retrieve his axe, you climb up this tree. You can feel with your 8 legs as you're climbing how unstable this tree is. You're worried that the weight of your spider form may cause it to tip even faster, so you're just gonna have to hurry. You scramble up and up and up. Go ahead and make another athletics check for me.
Strength of the spider again?
Yes.
Okay.
With advantage because you're a spider.
Oh, I didn't know I got advantage. 19, 20 then.
All right, you scramble. You finally get to the branch the sloth is on, but you can feel this tree is teetering from side to side, and the man down below is starting to hack away at it again. You feel there's only moments before this tree comes down. What are you gonna do?
I am going to go as quickly as I can and grab the sloth and jump to the nearest tree. If there's one nearby.
Make either an athletics or acrobatics check with the
Gotcha.
strength or dexterity of the spider.
Okay, and it's just a straight roll?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Take the dex then because it's a +3. That's cocked to the side because it landed in the wrong spot. It again. Let's try it there. Okay, 17 + 3, 20.
All right, so you manage to grab the sloth, and because your legs are so naturally sticky, the sloth sticks to you. It's barely even awake as you tuck it under one arm with your other 7 legs, jump outstretched towards the closest tree. As you feel the tree behind you begin to fall, you go between the branches. The leaves are smacking you in the wolf face and your wolf spider eyes before you make contact with the other tree, and it dissolves into mist. You fall, falling in spider form until you land once again on a different part of the forest, the edge of a forest. You see forest on one side, plains on the other. You see a small berry bush, and a mouse comes and sniffs the berries and begins to eat from the bush. In the tree above him, on a low branch, an eagle sits on her nest filled with her newborn babies. They're hungry, and Mom is eyeing the mouse. Several feet away, a lioness has her eyes on the eagle and is calculating a leap that will catch it. A hungry pride rests several yards behind her. Unbeknownst to all of them, a hunter, made of barely skin and bones, slowly stalks the lioness, stomach grumbling. Bush, mouse, eagle, lion, and hunter. What do you do?
Fuck, I don't want to have to make a decision.
You can choose not to make a decision. You're a spider.
I forgot it was a spider. I mean, it's the circle of life. The circle of life. I can keep telling myself that, but I'm still gonna feel bad.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, well, the hunter can eat something that's not the lioness. But the
Sure.
lioness is a carnivore, so it needs the eagle. The eagle needs to be able to protect its young, though, so it needs the mouse.
What are you gonna do, if anything?
Thinking. I'm thinking. Give me a second. I'm probably reading too much into this now.
Nope, you are not.
I'm not?
Nope.
Okay, cool, good. Then I am. I mean, aren't humans really the worst monsters? I kind of want to feed the human to the lioness. I feel like that's a terrible thing to do, though. Nature's got to prevail, I guess. So I am. I'm going to climb up and protect the eagle
Okay.
because the eagle needs to be able to protect its young.
So you climb up the tree. How are you planning on protecting the eagle? As you see, the eagle is getting ready to pounce on the mouse.
I am just going to like make sure that the lioness can't get to the eagle.
Okay.
Put myself
So
in.
the mouse eats the berry. The eagle perches down and shoots down onto the forest floor, grabs the mouse with both feet. At the same time, the lion pounces. What do you do?
I'm just going to put myself like directly in the path of the lion so that it can't get through me. It has to like, actually get through me like physically.
Okay. So the lion comes at you. The spider drops in between the lion and the eagle. At that moment, the world dissolves into mist. Change the music here. Your eyes come to. You're still holding the hilt of this weapon underwater. Once again, you start holding your breath. And you can't
Is it
help
like
but feel, as you pull, nothing's changed. You can't help but feel that seemed abrupt.
so can I get the hilt out though?
You pull, nothing.
Oh, so I made a wrong decision then. I should have let nothing happen. I should have let nature run its course. Can I tell how much air I have left?
You've got maybe 3 rounds down here before you're gonna have to start kicking up.
It. If I was to grab the sword again, would the same thing happen for the
You
hilt?
let go and grab it again?
Well, if I go back into it though, I'm not going to have enough air to get back up.
It's up to you.
So if I start, how much damage do I take per round whenever I start to run out of air?
You would start making Constitution saving throws.
Okay. I'm gonna let go and try and grab it again then, I guess.
Okay, you let go, you grab it again. Cold silver.
Ah,
Nothing.
damn it. I guess I'm gonna have to go back up to the surface then.
Okay. You kick up to the surface. Your head breaks through the water. You take in a breath of fresh air. Catch your breath, and you can't help but feel disappointed. You're not sure what you expected, but don't think it was that.
What?
You turn your head. On the edge of this pool, up on the stones, thick black claws, smooth black fur, panther-like. But you see not 4 claws, 6 claws. And from the back of the head, 2 bizarre-looking long tentacles thrashing in the air. Roll initiative, please.
Oh shit. Here's where I roll bad, and I swear if I roll a nat 1 again.
Is it another nat
Rolled
1?
No, it was a 2. So 4 in total.
Well, he rolled a nat 1.
Hey!
Great. So,
Join the club.
you see this giant, panther-like but slightly bizarre creature in front of you. What do you do?
So I have no clue what it is.
It doesn't look like something you've seen before. You get the sense this is not an animal per se. This is some sort of monster.
Okay. Then I am going to cast. I like how I had an idea of what to do, and now I couldn't tell you what I was about to say. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Sorry, I'm trying to mark it off.
And the attack will be at disadvantage.
Oh, because I'm in melee, right?
Nope, you're not in melee.
Oh,
You're not
I'm
quite
in
sure why it's at
water.
disadvantage.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. So it was a nat 9 plus 7, 16?
16 is the lower?
Yeah, I rolled a nat 11 and a nat 9. I have a plus 7.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage. That hits. So, as you fire this radiant bolt, you see it momentarily seems to, like, almost glitch. It shifts in space just barely, but the guiding bolt still seems to hit its target.
15.
15 points of damage, alright. And it now glows with radiant energy, and you can see whatever sort of glitching or shifting has happened, the radiant energy seems to somewhat mitigate that a bit, so it seems like, for the moment, he's stationary. Anything else you want to do?
Can I climb out of the pool without being attacked?
Yeah, you're not in melee currently.
Okay, so then I'm gonna climb out of the pool, and I'm gonna go on the opposite edge, and I need to remember I can move my...
Yep.
thing, so right there.
Alright. Alright, that's your turn. With his turn... Just gonna get there, just out of melee with you, but you see its tentacles curl up behind it, and then almost like a scorpion, they both slash out at you. Wow, one of those is absolute shit. The other one's a 17.
17 hits.
Alright, so that is... 11 points of damage.
Okay.
As you feel this tentacle hit you, and like part of it hurts just in the impact, but then you feel almost like spikes on the inside of the tentacle as it retracts. That's its turn. What are you gonna do?
Okay, well, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. What's
I need
the... That is a... what kind of save is that?
Dex save.
That's an 11.
11 was what you needed to save.
Alright, so, does it take half damage or nothing?
It takes half damage. What does it say? It takes half damage, and it's at 3d10, so just I have to roll 3d10 and then half that.
I will say, don't bother. As the fire energy lashes out at you, he seems to, just from the sort of weird glitching in its system, seems to dodge the fire entirely.
Ah.
Your turn.
I'm going to use the Dagger of Marking then.
Okay, you pull out the dagger, slash at him with advantage. Or actually, it's just, that makes it a normal roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said a normal roll?
Yeah, just one roll.
That was 12 plus 5, 17.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Where did my d4 go? 4 points of piercing damage.
Alright, 4 points of piercing, and I assume you're casting Hunter's Mark through it?
Yes.
All right, you cast Hunter's Mark. I'll put a little bink so I know he's Hunter's marked. Okay, that brings it back to his turn. He will counter over here, and the tentacles again will lash out. The lowest is a 13, so that misses. Here, let me. But the second one hits. So once again, just one hit this time, and that will do 13 points of damage that round, as it seems to like lick its chops, and it's shifting once again.
How much
What are you
damage
doing?
was that? I'm sorry, my laptop just freaked out.
13, I believe.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Oh, I have Mnemosyne. I keep forgetting I have Mnemosyne.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird to think about. I'm on. How does Ray of Acid? Okay, I'm gonna do Ray of Acid.
So since you've already used it, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
I didn't use it today though.
That's true. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works?
Nope.
I didn't know. Okay, cool. Good to know. Where's a d6? What the fuck is a d6? Why can't I find the d6 I want? Whatever. I'll use the d6 I didn't want to use. A 6.
Okay, so it does recharge. So just so you know, because it's a recharge 5/6 ability, what that means basically is every round of combat you can roll a d6, and if you roll a 5 or a 6, you get the ability back.
Okay.
That's basically it. So you do have the ability if you want to use it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use Ray of Acid.
All right. What kind of save is that?
Dex.
That is a 12.
That does not save.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay. 28 points of acid damage.
All right. So, the Ray of Acid, once again, as you clasp the link of Mnemosyne, fires off onto this beast. However, with its shifting, even though it failed to save, it seems to only get some of the acid on its body before it shakes it off. And the ring, once again, shinks onto your finger. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I just like to say the way that you hold your hands out for the link, all I can think of is the ring fit thing for the Switch.
For sure.
That's all I can think of right now.
That's the real inspiration for the links of Tartarus. Okay. The beast will get right up in melee with you. You can feel its breath on your neck as its tentacles once again lash out at you. One of them misses, and a 17 hits, right?
Yes.
All right, so one of them hits. Wow, he's consistent. I'll tell you that much.
Nothing
Ooh, awful damage. Awful. 6 points of damage. Absolute
God.
nonsense.
Double
I have
ones
17
hit points, okay?
Oh shit. Okay.
That's not
that is
awful
its turn. As he sees you getting weaker, you can feel his excitement as he's shifting back and forth.
How is
What
he
are you doing?
looking?
How's he looking? He's actually looking pretty fine.
Oh, what? Ah! Fuck. I have no fucking clue what to do then. Fuck it. We're gonna hope for the. Oh no, I can't because I'm in melee with him. That's gonna count as a fucking. Fuck.
Perfect.
I swear to God, the bottle session of Anura is also going to be when Anura dies at this rate. Fuck. Whoa.
How pretty is this map, though? Am I right?
Great map. Alright.
What are you gonna do, Nora?
My cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Okay, go ahead and roll your healing.
If I wasn't in melee, I would have casted Guarding Bolt at 3rd level. But I was in melee. It's 11, 8, 19 plus 4, 23.
All right, you heal 23 hit points back.
Needed that.
Anything you want to do with your bonus action?
I don't have any more wild shapes, I don't think.
Correct. You have used both your wild shapes.
I thought I did that already. I don't have any other bonus actions, I don't think.
All right, that's your turn.
Yeah, the only thing I can do is wild shapes as a bonus action. Then, no, I can't move away because that'll be
Attack of opportunity.
attack of opportunity. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Whatever.
So
Let's go.
you feel its hot breath as it's licking its chops, and you see it is very panther-like in the face. It's really just the tentacles and the extra pair of legs that makes it look not like a panther. But it looks like it is getting ready to feed, and it'll lash out with its tentacles twice more. Both of those are going to hit. The lower one is a 19. So, that is 12 on the first one. 12 points of damage. And 11 on the second one. So 23.
That's literally everything I healed back.
Get fucked.
Here lies Anura.
That's amazing. All right. What are you doing?
Here lies Anura, I guess.
He said, I don't like people who heal.
Huh?
He said, I don't like people who heal.
I don't like this. Fuck. Can I drink a potion as a bonus action?
Yes.
I didn't know this. I could have done that this whole time.
Yeah, so you can give a potion to someone else as a full action, or you can drink one as a bonus action.
Oh, I thought it was drinking was an action.
It is in the player's handbook, but I like to do the critical role way because it feels like it shouldn't take that long.
Okay.
Gong, gong, gong,
Cool.
you know?
Fuck, I'll take that then. Okay. I am going to do the dumbass thing and move out of melee with this fucker.
Are you going to use your action to disengage?
No.
Or are you just going to take the attack of opportunity?
Yes.
All right.
There. Is that out of melee?
No, that's still in melee.
Okay, we're moving one more then. Out of melee.
It's out of your melee.
Am I out of its melee? It's out of my melee. Okay, cool. That's where I'm going then.
Yeah. And it does not lash out at you.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Not at all.
You get the sense that with its tentacles, it probably can reach a little further, and you are still in its melee range.
Oh, so I'm out of melee with it, but I'm still in its melee range. So
Correct.
It did.
So it doesn't get an
okay,
attack
cool.
opportunity. Yeah.
Cool. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level and hope for the fucking best.
Go ahead. Take your shot.
Come on, Percy Dice, don't let me down.
With disadvantage.
Nat 20, motherfucker.
Sorry.
Oh, you said disadvantage. God damn it, Sammy. Let me have one good thing today.
Sorry. He's glitching all over the place. Get those Anuras in chat. Give them some help.
You can get fucking advantage now. Different dice. Hope for best. Fucking 19.
Hey, nice. Go ahead and roll damage. That definitely hits.
So mad. It was gonna be 10d6, but no, it's 5d6. Fuck. 5. Then, hey. 14. 20. 25 points of radiant damage.
Ooh. A pretty nasty hit, and now it is glowing, and the glitching somewhat stops for a moment as well.
Alright, and then I'm gonna take a potion of healing.
All right. Chug, chug, chug. That is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. 4, 8. 10 points of healing. God
All
damn
right.
it.
10 points back, just in time for him to once again close the distance and make 2 more strikes against you. One of them misses with a natural 2, but the second one does hit. Let's hope we get 10 points of healing to 10 points of damage.
I swear to fucking God.
It's actually worse. It's 14 points of damage.
Ha!
Your turn.
I swear to God, the party's gonna lose me and Mnemosyne in the same fucking time. I have 7 hit points. Fuck. How is it looking?
He's rough. He's not on death's door, but he's taken some hits. You get the sense that, like, it's possible he would be considering whether or not it's worth it to run away if you weren't so close to death.
Hey, I forgot to roll Hunter's Mark damage.
Go ahead and roll. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I just remembered it.
Yeah, I forgot as well.
That's another 5 points of piercing damage.
He's still up.
I know, but I want...
But that helps. Every little bit helps.
Okay. I don't want to use his last healing potion, but, like, I need to do some damage. Okay, I'm going to move back out where he's not in melee with me anymore.
Sure.
But I'm
Another
still
5
in that
feet.
little range where he can't flash out.
Yeah, you can move back 5 feet and still be okay.
So, like, right there?
Yeah, that's still fine.
That works? Okay, cool. Okay, we're gonna hope for the best and cast Guiding Bolt again at 2nd level.
He is still glowing, so you
From
can...
straight roll.
Straight roll, exactly.
Cool. Guess what it is?
Natural 20?
Yes,
You are
finally.
a lucky motherfucker, you know that?
Huh? What?
You're a lucky motherfucker.
Okay, you say that, but have we seen my initiative rolls over the whole campaign?
That's
I've
true.
only ever rolled over a 5 on initiative once.
So, I believe this will be 11d6 if you include the Hunter's Mark as well.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll 11d6. Holy shit.
Is the D6 from Hunter's Mark also doubled?
Yeah, because it's a die that you
No.
roll. So 12d6,
So-
you're right.
12d6.
Damn! That's gonna hurt.
6, 9. If I could not roll 3s, 13, 19, 24, 25, 27, 33, 39. I've got 2 more. 43, 47 points of radiant damage.
Okay, let me do some math here. Take your moment.
Holy shit, that was so scary, Sam.
You-
You understand how
He had
scared I
100 hit
was?
points, you hit him with 110.
I'm sorry, how many hit points did he have?
One hundo.
Holy shit. Okay, cool. I'd like to say, I know that this isn't real life, but, like, my anxiety when I dropped down below 10 hit points just went whoop.
It's like in a video game where, like, your screen goes all red around the sides, you know? You hear, like,
That's what
goom,
was
goom,
ha-
goom, goom.
Yeah, that's what was happening, basically. So, that was with, Guiding Bolt.
Yeah.
So, like, as soon as I, like, go to throw the radiant energy towards him, I'm gonna, like, instead of just, you know, standing and throwing it, I'm gonna go, like, the full, like, softball, like, baseball pitch step forward and throw it as hard as possible.
You practically carve a hole in him. It's like you, like, fired a shotgun at him. Not that you know what a shotgun is. But this radiant
Jesus
energy
Christ.
fires into him, and you actually chop one of the tentacles in half after you blow his chest wide open. And you see part of the tentacle fly off into space. And with its hole in his chest, you see it looks very surprised, as if it was almost confident that it was going to win this fight. And then you just see it sort of topple and fall over dead. Whew.
What was it? Like, what monster was this? I want to
That
know.
is a displacer beast.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
now, problem averted. You, once again, are just standing at the edge of this pool in this weird sort of serene-ish clearing. You notice the rain has stopped. You are tired. But the beast is dead. Whatever is underneath that pool, seemingly not interested in you. What are you gonna do?
So if I go down there again, nothing's gonna happen. Like, I don't want to waste time.
You don't know.
I don't. So it would take me 6 rounds to get down there, 6 rounds to get up. So I still have 17 rounds when I get down there, right?
Yeah.
Can I can't cast a spell magic again. I ran out of spell slots for that. Because it's a 3rd level. Now that this thing is dead, can I just swim down there really quickly and see if I can get the hilt out?
Yeah. So you take a deep breath, dive down into this pool, kick your way down, grab the hilt once again, and pull. Nothing happens. But you hear a voice in your head that isn't Mnemosyne. I assume you left your stuff on the edge of the pool.
Yeah.
You hear a voice in your head. Respect the circle of life.
Give me one moment. Taser is losing his fucking mind. I heard none of what you said. Sorry for. Okay, I'm good now.
Okay. You hear this voice. Respect the circle of life. And nothing. Cold
Fucking
metal.
knew it. I should have just done nothing. I should have just let everything fucking happen. I said it was a circle of life, but no, I had to try and help. Okay, then I'm gonna go back up then.
Alright. It bursts out from the water. And it's actually like, the water is really warm. It's not like a hot spring or anything. It's not like a hot tub, but it is warm. It does feel like a regulated pool. And even though you literally just had a crazy fight and there's a weird fucking weapon on the bottom of this, you can't help but feel somewhat at peace in this pool. Clear-headed. You're not really sure what it is, but you get out, you dry some of yourself off. What would you like to do? If anything, or you don't even just go to sleep.
I am just gonna set up camp, and I guess I'm just gonna crap, I just realized we still haven't decided what I was gonna do with Nyx.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can make a decision right now if you want.
Fuck. On stream, can we debate this? Can I have Nyx last for more than 2 hours if I'm not using them for anything?
If they are a familiar, no. If it is a cat, yes.
Don't want to not.
If it's a cat, it's just with you all the time. If it's a familiar, it lasts for 2 hours.
I have to use a wild shape to cast it then.
Is that how that works?
Yes, that's why I've been debating it so much, is I have to use a wild shape to cast the Find Familiar spell.
So you definitely can't have Nyx tonight.
If I go with this, I'm not going to...
You can have Nyx tomorrow.
I'm just going to... For the stream to know, I've been debating this for like a month and a half now, and I still can't make a decision.
You could say that you have the real cat, and then sometimes you also have the familiar version of said cat.
I'm going to say Nyx is going to stay a real cat then, because I would want Nyx more often than that.
You emerge back from the water, and Nyx is like, just chilling.
Okay, well, I'm going to set up camp and just kind of like lay down, relax, pet Nyx, deal with any of Mnemosyne's snarky comments if she has any again.
She says nothing.
Okay, cool. I got a day without snarky comments.
Alright, so you can take a long rest, go ahead and heal up, choose any new spells you would like.
Fuck, okay. That was a lot more stressful than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're doing that night you dream. And it's a mixture of dreams and nightmares. Almost like there are multiple sets of thoughts in your head. You think about your friends, but their faces seem almost blurry, distant. But you see Adagio's face clearly. You think about the priestess who took you in all those years ago, Alexandra. And you think about the good times with her and the bad times. You think about a Ruxal, your fight with the dragon, and your parents. And when you think about your parents, you can almost feel the presence of the Titaness peeking into your memories. But you're still not sure if you want to let her in completely. Even in the dreams, you're not sure. And you find yourself coming back to the mouse and the eagle and the lion and the hunter. Just playing it over and over in your head. And that damn thing under the pool. You keep coming back to that hilt. It keeps popping up in all these different memories. The hilt is stuck in the table at your home with your parents. The hilt is sticking out of Adagio's head in your room at Sunbrown Manor. The hilt it's everywhere. It's in every memory. And you pull it, but your mind doesn't know what's on the other end of that hilt. It's just a blur of metal. And you wake up before you even open your eyes. You wake up and you have to sort of trace your memory back. You have to trace your mind back to try to remember what just woke you up. Was that in a dream? Was that real? And still with your eyes closed, your adrenaline starts to spike. And with your eyes closed, you remember that it wasn't a dream. That what woke you up is a sound, a familiar sound, of a bowstring pulled taut. What are you gonna do?
If I open my eyes, can I see where the bowstring is from?
You open your eyes. Why don't you place yourself in this clearing wherever you want to be?
Okay. Well, I didn't even think about that. My bad.
Yeah, no worries. And without moving much, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage if you want to stay as still as possible.
Okay. The lowest was 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it's coming from above somewhere among the treetops, but with your limited way of looking, you can't tell exactly where it's from, and you don't see anything up there.
Okay. Let me see if this works how I think it works. Where's the cloak? Where's the cloak that I'm looking for? Where is it at? I'm going to sit up, and as soon as I sit up, like before anything else can happen, I'm going to use the Cloak of Stars and use the charge that's on it.
I will say that you are currently wearing Nature's Mantle.
Wearing Nature's Mantle. That's right. Fuck. Can I pull the Cloak of Stars out of my bag and very quickly wrap it around myself?
Sure. But to do that and to activate it will be a dexterity check to see what happens first.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a dexterity check.
16.
17.
Damn it.
You pull out the cloak and you're wrapping it around yourself, and you hear a voice from behind you. Don't do anything rash, child. You turn and you see two figures walking along these parallel stones towards you. The first one seems humanoid at least. Female, loose brown hair flowing freely, wildly behind her. Thick hide armor, and a beautiful longbow over her shoulder. Her skin is patchy. It almost looks like she has vitiligo or some other sort of skin condition that makes her skin look very different in different parts of her body. Different shades all over. Some tan, some pale, some black. But beautiful in a very bizarre way. She has a short sword on her waist. Her hands are free and open. Next to her, you see a centaur. Tanned skin and broad facial features. The horse part of her is dark black and smooth. She carries an ornate, withered staff with a crystal at the tip that's currently glowing. And you see squirrels and birds and other sorts of woodland creatures walking with her. And the humanoid speaks again. Anura, we do not wish you harm.
How the fuck do you know my name?
I know many things, girl. Or child, as I believe you like to be referred to.
Thank you. Then what do you want?
Do you know who I am?
Do I?
Make a religion check.
I was like, do I? Oh no, that's scary. Oh no. 28.
28. You're not sure. But the patches of skin do strike you as odd. You can't quite tell exactly what the source of it is. It doesn't look like it's hard to tell what her natural skin tone is just because of how the patches are put together. It almost looks, and it's a weird thought that enters your head, but it almost looks like a skin suit that was patched together from many different types of skin, then given life. It's bizarre.
I'm sorry, but I guess I don't know who you are. Should I?
Yes, child, you should. My name is Asenta, called Asenta Treeborn, or Asenta the Slayer, champion of Artemis.
Holy shit! What?
This, and she gestures to the centaur, is Agarike the Spirit Speaker, a spiritual advisor for the goddess. I have other friends here as well. Ofanim, and you see on top of one of the stones nearby, another female figure steps up and almost like perches on the stones. She has slightly gray skin, almond eyes, soft features, thick hide armor with a beautiful longsword at her side. Longbow up, pointed at you. When introduced, her eyes begin to glow bright white, and beautiful angelic wings whirl out from behind her back. She flies up slowly into the air. This is Ofanim the Protector. And I also have brought Eriaptes, called the Eyes of Artemis. Sort of looks up into the canopy. She's around here somewhere, but will make herself seen if she so desires. We are members of Artemis's most elite circle, her most accomplished hunting group. And she has sent us here to speak to you. You have found this sacred place. Not all who come into this forest are called to this place. Do you know where it is you stand?
Not sure, just that I feel like calm.
As you should. This sort of steps past you. This is the pool of clarity. Artemis herself likes to bathe here before a hunt. It gives her a clear mind. And down at the bottom, that hilt you see, I assume you have tried your luck at it.
Yes.
You are not the first. Down there is a weapon called underbrush. Only a true, devout follower of Artemis can pull it from the depths. Perhaps you will get there one day. But that is not why we are here.
Then why are you here?
To de-escalate this situation. You see, you have brought an enemy of the goddess into her sacred forest. If she were carried by another, this could be interpreted as an act of war. But it is carried by you, a so-called follower of the goddess. So, she has elected us to ensure a peaceful resolution to this otherwise violent slight of the goddess.
What peaceful resolution?
Artemis understands the quest you are on, and she respects that you are on it. But she cannot take this insult lightly. So we shall take the Titan. We shall keep it safe with the goddess. When you need it, we shall give it to you. But you cannot be trusted with it. And you understand, when I speak, I do so with the full authority of the Silent Huntress. You hear Mnemosyne's voice creep into your head. I have a feeling we're going to have to fight our way out of this one.
I am not fighting these people. Holy shit, no. I ain't that stupid.
What are you gonna do?
I was not prepared for this in the slightest. If I promise to leave the forest immediately and never bring the Titaness back to the forest, can we just leave?
Asenta approaches you. And now, hearing her name and seeing her appearance, you remember the stories of the champion of Artemis. How she used to be a nymph, a spirit of a tree. A spirit of this forest. How she used to see Artemis and her followers hunting in the forest. How she was infatuated with the goddess. How she learned how to hunt just from watching Artemis. How she would hunt beasts and lay them at the feet of Artemis in the morning secretly, as an admirer, how Artemis liked it and was impressed, until eventually she caught Ascenta delivering her morning bounty. And Artemis took the hides of all the animals she had slain, patched them together, and gave this nymph a human body and the title of champion so they could hunt together for eternity. And Ascenta looks at you now. And you see her eyes are the same shade as the leaves in this forest. And her hair seems to constantly shift in the wind. Anura, you carry a very dark presence with you. But the goddess sees light in you. This path that you are on only ends in tragedy. And the goddess does not wish for that to happen. So please, you will give us the Titan, or we will take the Titan. But your time with this creature is over. Once you have collected the others, assuming that day comes, Artemis will be more than happy to deliver Mnemosyne back to you so that you can send them back to Tartarus where they belong. But the goddess has made a ruling, child. If you are truly a devout follower, if you truly believe that you could be capable of pulling that weapon out of that pool, you will hand it over. Anura, don't do anything crazy. There is so much more we must do together. All the goddess wants to do is chain me up again. Don't you see? She is terrified of what I might teach you, of what I know to be true. She cannot let that stand, so she must take me away. Don't fall for it.
But I'm not going to say, like, I'm speaking to Mnemosyne, like, in my head, not out loud.
Yeah.
You won't even fucking tell me the one thing I want to know. Why should I trust you enough and not just hand you over now?
Get us out of here and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
How can I trust you to do that?
For a moment, your vision goes dark. All the sounds of the forest fade away. And the vision doesn't come back, but you hear different sounds. You feel like you're small. Impossibly small. Wrapped in something warm. And you can hear voices that... It's bizarre. They're making noises that you don't understand. But then, after a moment, your consciousness comes in and you hear they're speaking common. You don't know why for a moment you couldn't understand common. But now you can. And you hear familiar voices. Your mother. We can't. Your father. We must. I am sorry to have strayed. But we have been called upon, and we must answer the call. But she's hideous. Yes, perhaps this is a test. Or perhaps it is a punishment, I am not sure. But I have prayed on it. I do not see a way out of this. So we have to let it live in our house, eat at our table, drink from my teat. I'm sorry, I was tricked into this. I don't know. I am sorry, dear. We are stuck with this monster and we can figure out something else later. And your eyes come back to you, you're back in the moment. And you're hearing Mnemosyne. That is your memory. From the day you were born. Your eyes were not open, but there is more that you heard that you could not understand. More I can teach you. If you get me out of here. Ascenta looks at you. Anura. Reaches out a hand. I'm gonna give you a fucking ulcer.
God, I don't know what to do. Because I have no clue what Anura would do in this situation.
What's Anna gonna do?
I don't know. I knew
Chat,
this would be
what should Anura
easy.
do?
I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what Cassandra wants me to do, because she keeps saying villain, keeps
Hashtag
saying
Anura
villain
villain
arc,
arc.
but... I wish I had an answer, but I don't know. I just want answers, but I can't just turn my back on Artemis. Can I make a pros and cons list real quick?
In your head? Sure.
I'm gonna write it out, because I need to write it out.
We'll say it's Anna's pro and con list, but Anura's just standing there.
Pros, cons. Pros, I get answers.
Cons, Anura villain arc.
Cons,
Pros, Anura villain
turning
arc.
turning back on Artemis. Fuck, Sammy, I wasn't ready for this.
Listen, you get a one-on-one session, you're gonna get a lot of emotional trauma.
I didn't need this today. I really hate this. I put so much work to getting to this point, and now it comes down to one fucking decision. Fuck. Oh no. Ah.
Quirky.
The funny part about this is I have therapy on a Wednesday, so like part of my emotional trauma is now from a D&D stream I haven't figured out.
You can literally show your therapist the emotional trauma in real time. Have Anura lay down where they are and just sleep on it, no questions asked, no explanation.
Can I just like talk to them before I do anything?
Everyone's just standing there. I mean, Mnemosyne's on your finger and in your head. You have a centaur in front of you. You have Agarike, the centaur, behind you. You have Ophanim, the protector, floating above. And you have Heriaptes, the eyes of Artemis, somewhere.
I don't want to give up the link because she's promised me information about my past that I have no other way of finding out.
You do not have faith in the goddess, friend.
I do, but I've
Artemis,
been searching for answers my whole life, and this is the closest I've ever gotten.
Artemis believes in the circle of life, as well as the circle of information. She knows that there will be a time to tell you everything, but she believes in waiting for the right time. A well-placed shot can accomplish more than an entire quiver fired blind.
I swear to God, I'm
Trust.
actually going to start crying because I'm so stressed about it.
Trust in the goddess Anura, as she trusts in you. She could have sent us here to kill you, and take the link by force. But she has affection for you.
Actually, got me almost killed as a kid.
And yet who was it that led you away from your parents, away from that horrible place? Who was it who provided you shelter, direction? Who was it that brought you back from the dead? She has been watching you, Anura. Always. She does not intend to let you leave her sight.
If she's going to be watching me anyway, why can't I hold on to the link? The link can hear her brethren and has told us already where another one is. The link is useful for us to actually finish this quest and find the links.
Anura, if you believe you can use this Titaness without her using you, you are a fool.
My faith
You are
in
a
the goddess
means
is
to an
strong.
end.
I know that's all Mnemosyne sees me as, is a means to an end.
So then, you are proud. Think you can outsmart a Titaness. You
I
are
never
again a
said I was
fool.
trying to outsmart her.
Then what are you doing?
I just want information, and the minute I get the information I need, you can come take the link. I don't care. Just let me get the information that I want and have always wanted.
Have you no patience, child?
How old is Anura? Hold up a minute. How old is Anura? Hold, please. 23. I waited 23 years to find out why my parents tried to drown me in a well, locked me in a basement, scrubbed my skin till it was raw, and still got no answers, besides a mark on my arm and being led to a temple where I was abandoned again, and then led to a found family that kicked me out again. I waited 23 years for answers to why no one wants me, why I'm not worth it to anyone, and this Titaness offered me answers. That's all I've ever wanted, was answers as to why Artemis took an interest in me, and all of this happened. And I'm this close to getting it, and she won't even let me have it. I have complete faith in the goddess, but I want to know why this happens every time.
Asenta looks at you, and you do see there's kindness in her eyes. Empathy. Anura, your life has been horrible. There is no denying that. But you are destined for greatness. And the path to heroism, true heroism, is fraught with dangers and temptations. Easy ways out You do deserve answers. You are not wrong. You have been hurt. You are not wrong. But the universe has a plan for you. The fates have pulled your string. Your destiny is written in the stars on your arm. But it has always been. Anura. It is natural to focus on the hardships of a life that is so filled with hardships. But you forget. You forget your friends praying to the gods to bring you back. You forget the huntress who took you in out of the goodness of her own heart, fed you, raised you, taught you about the goddess, told you stories. You forgot about the druids who took you in, taught you magic, taught you to appreciate the natural world. You forget the Sisters of the Moon, who taught you all they know. You forget Delphi, where even with your bizarre complexion, you were applauded as a hero. You forget they are currently planning a festival in your honor. You forget. Remember and choose light.
I forget that everyone forgets me and doesn't care enough anymore. It's like I'm not good enough for anyone to be more than a nameless hero among the hands of fate, among friends who wouldn't even let me be in the same household anymore, who kicked me out like it hasn't happened to me before. I want to choose light. I've always wanted light. And as bad as it sounds, the tightness is the first person who's actually made me feel like I wasn't just a nameless hero trying to do what I could, trying to fit in. She's the first person I felt like hasn't judged me for my
Anura,
past.
the Titaness can see your memories, can see your hurt. She can understand every button you have, every potential way to manipulate you. That is all this is, manipulation. Your friend who kicked you out, he regrets what he has done. He has wept over what he has done. He has spoken to avatars of his god as you speak to yours. Apollo is a god of second chances, and Artemis is the goddess of outsiders. Together, Artemis and Apollo are stronger than they are apart. You and this Adagio, you share a powerful connection, a friendship, a bond that is pure. And it has been hurt. There is no denying this.
Understatement of the year.
But Anura, what is at the root of that hurt? Would you have ever attacked him the way you did, if not for the Titaness? would he have ever kicked you out if not for the Titaness? Anura, please look around you. Look at what has come of your life once you let her in.
Get Artemis to come take the Titaness herself. I will hand her to Artemis, and it's not that I don't trust you. I just want to see her in the goddess's hands myself.
Make a persuasion check.
Where's my persuasion? Why can't I find persuasion? How does the alphabet work? 16.
16. Ascenta looks at you for a long while. So be it. I will tell her what you have said. And I hope she will come and speak with you.
I'll stay right here and wait.
She sort of smiles. I think seeing her will put many things in perspective. She looks up. We go. The winged woman comes back down onto the ground, and the wings fold into nothingness. You hear a rustle of trees, and you see the fourth person that you haven't seen before. Brown hair partially shaved on the side, some sort of paint on her face providing a natural sort of camouflage, goggles over her eyes, studded leather armor, a beautiful rapier at her side, short bow in her hand. And Ascenta looks back at you. I hope this is not our last conversation, Anura. I will see you soon. And as she begins to walk away, she goes, Also, it is a new day. Perhaps the underbrush is ripe. And she walks away with the centaur as the two other women follow behind before the wind blows, the trees and branches move, and they are gone. What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. I am gonna go back to the pool and just sit at the edge of it with like my feet in the water.
Okay. It's warm.
I'm gonna leave everything at the edge of the pool and just dive down again.
Okay.
Follow her advice. Maybe it's
Just
time.
take a deep breath. Dive down back into the pool. You grab the hilt?
Yeah.
You grab the hilt. You don't know whether it's because it's a new day or because of the conversation that just happened. But you grab the hilt, and once again your consciousness fades. Berry, mouse, eagle, lion, hunter. What do you do?
I stand still. I let nature take its course.
You watch as the mouse eats the berry. The eagle swoops down and grabs the mouse as the lion pounces on the eagle. Just then, the hunter's spear pierces the lion's throat, and everything goes into fog. You hit the ground. No longer in the forest at all. Stone. And feeling around, you have none of your gear. But you see a dagger on the floor in front of you. And then your eyes begin to focus and you realize where you are, and your heart sinks. Stone walls all around you. A thin stone hallway. 80 feet away. You see you're back in the labyrinth. And there in front of you is the Minotaur. The Minotaur that took your life from you. But this time it's different. This Minotaur, it's covered head to foot in heavy, heavy armor. The only thing you see that's unarmored are the piercing eyes in front as it and begins making its way towards you. What are you doing? 80 feet.
Fuck.
$70 feet.
I have to let things play out how they're meant to play out.
60 feet. The Minotaur is getting closer. You see the
Oh,
dagger
shoot.
shaking on the ground. No one else is around. 50 feet.
I'm gonna pick up the dagger really quickly.
Pick it up.
What happens when I pick it up?
Nothing. 40 feet.
I'll throw the dagger towards the Minotaur. If nothing happens, if she was right, things happen how they're supposed to happen. This is what was supposed to happen. I was supposed to die and come back in the gauntlet. I have to let it happen.
Okay, you know that a dagger has a close range of 20 and a max range of 60, so at 40 feet, it'll be at disadvantage when you throw it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna wait till it gets within 20 feet then.
Okay. 30 feet. 20 feet.
Okay.
You throwing it?
Yes. 19. It's a natural 19.
Okay. You wait, and you can hear the footsteps of this Minotaur getting closer. Footsteps that still ring in your nightmares. Huh.
Hold up. The roll was not straight. It was caught on the side of the keyboard, and I just noticed it. It's actually an 8 plus 5, so 13.
Okay. So, your heart is pumping as you... It almost feels like your heart knows that moments before it stops beating again. You have the dagger in your hand and it's sweaty. 20 feet. You take the dagger, you throw it. Where are you aiming?
I was gonna go non-lethal, so like anywhere towards like its side where it wouldn't actually kill it.
Sure, so just so you know, the entire thing is armored head to toe except for its eyes.
Okay, since I know it's not technically going to hit anyway, instead of throwing it at it, I'm going to throw it near it. If it hits, whatever. Just hit somewhere, and before it reaches me, I will just put my arms out and accept whatever's going to happen happens.
Okay. So, you throw the dagger to the side. It clinks off into the distance. 10 feet. The dagger reappears in your hand.
Things were meant to happen for a reason. I'm
5
going
feet.
to take the dagger and toss it to the side.
Clink, 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 clink. The Minotaur. Horn pierces you. You feel the life leave your body once again before everything goes to mist. You're in a vast field. You feel all your gear is back. You see around you plant life, wildlife, animals of all shades and colors. It's like a circle of life up in here. It's crazy. And high above you in the sky, a female form. The face you don't recognize, but the aura you feel intrinsically. You know this is Artemis above you. But something is wrong. She's absorbing some sort of dark energy, making herself stronger. You see the plants and animals around you it seems like the dark energy is coming from them. You see the plants withering and dying. You see the animals falling to their knees, life being ripped from them as this Artemis form absorbs their life energy. What do you do? As she sees you, you see her eyes focus on you, and you hear a voice in all directions. Interfere and perish, mortal.
Do I have any of my gear
You have all your
on
gear.
this one? Okay. I am going to say, then take me instead, and I'm going to cast something small I can do. How close am I?
To Artemis, she's high in the sky, maybe 70 feet away.
Then I really only have one choice because it's the only thing that goes over 70 feet. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt then.
Okay, make an attack.
That was a 2. So 8. No, wait. Damn, I need to roll better. Okay, hold up.
What's happening?
I went to move my laptop because I just realized that it was cocked on the side again and I dropped my laptop.
Your brand new laptop.
My brand new laptop just hit the floor. I'm gonna cry. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yo, it's a
oh
crazy
no.
session.
Oh no, oh no. No, no,
Let's
no,
clip
no.
this.
Hold up. I realized that I had rolled into the freaking laptop again, and I was trying to move it over to actually, correctly roll. Yeah, no, my laptop decided today was the day that it was falling.
Sure.
So let me just redo this real quick before I knock it over again. The worst part is I literally just got this laptop like 6 hours ago at most.
All right.
Right,
So what's the rule?
There we go. Now it's not cocked on the side. It got to actually roll. It's a 19.
19. So you pull out your star map, the constellations emerge from it, and you fire this guiding bolt of energy at the goddess you have sworn your life to. As the guiding bolt hits that dark energy, she turns to dust. Everything turns to dust and mist. You're back in darkness until you land once again. Wooden floor. 2 beds. You're in Sunbrown Manor. And you're in your bedroom. And there's Adagio right in front of you. His face seared in your memory. Exactly the face he had the last time you saw him. As if he had just told you to get out. And he stands there in front of you. Angry, hurt. And a ghostly hand emerges from the ground and grabs his ankle, pulls him down into the floor. He sinks down until his waist is completely gone. There is just smoke covering his side. He looks up, confused, horrified. What are you doing?
I am going to pull him out because I regret how things went down.
You grab his outstretched arm. You pull. Make an athletics check.
Okay, give me a sec. I was writing a note. You said athletics?
Yeah. I guess this would be...
so-
Yeah, athletics is fine.
okay, 15.
15. You pull, you feel the warmth of his skin as you pull. It seems to help a little bit. And then everything turns to mist again. But you're still holding on to Adagio. And you're still pulling, and you're still pulling, and you're still pulling as his arm goes cold in your grasp. Make one more athletics check.
19.
19. You pull his arm so hard you almost feel like it pops out of its socket. And you pull, and you're back underwater, holding your breath. You look at where his arm should be, and there in your hand is a beautiful silver sickle.
I did not expect that to work.
But you're running low on breath.
Can I hold on to it? If I turn into a crocodile while I'm underwater, does that 15 minutes still work?
Yeah, if you turn into a crocodile now, yeah, for sure.
Can I still hold on to the?
Yeah, I mean, all your gear when you wild shape goes into your shape.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn into a crocodile so I can get back up top without dying.
Pew! You crawl up to the surface, get over the edge, shake yourself off like a wet dog.
And then I'm going to turn back into Anura.
Sickle in your hand. It seems to almost radiate light, but a sort of muted light. It's bizarre, but it feels good in your hands.
Okay. Can I figure out what it is? Like what it does? Anything like that?
So you could, if you had the identify spell, that would work,
Okay.
or you
I
can
think I
take a
do.
short or long rest with it to determine its properties.
I'm gonna take a short rest and figure out what it is and just kind of meditate, hang out, wait to see if Artemis actually comes and gets the link.
Okay, so you can go ahead and take a short rest.
Hey, I get the wild shape back then. Hell yeah.
You do. Let me pull up everything you need to know. So, when you finish your short rest, what you learn about this sickle, first of all, it's a magical weapon, which you sort of assumed. Although sickles don't do terrible amounts of damage, this is slightly better than a normal sickle. It's slightly sharper, slightly more well balanced. But more than that, it seems like it's almost designed for a natural based spellcaster, so like a druid or a ranger, that sort of thing. And it feels like there's some innate magical energy to it that you can harness, and also some healing energy that you can harness inside of it. And you also, it's a bizarre sort of feeling, but it feels sort of similar to the way Redemption feels. Adagio's blade that used to be Phaeton's. It feels almost alive, as if it's enhanceable. Out of game, it is a +1 sickle. When you cast a spell that restores hit points, you can add a d4 to the amount of hit points that are restored, if you're holding it. Also, once per long rest, you can cast Moonbeam through it without expending a spell slot. And it is what's considered a learning weapon. So it is innately connected to Artemis, and as its wielder adapts and grows as a person, the weapon itself can adapt and grow with him.
Okay, so when I add it, what do I add it as?
It is called Underbrush.
So that's just a thing to search in D&D Beyond?
Yes.
Yeah, got
But it does require attunement, which you can do if you would like after that short rest.
What time of day is it?
At this point, I would say it is, since you woke up to that conversation, it's probably only like midday.
I'm just gonna kind of hang out then in the clearing for now. Waiting for Artemis to come back. I'm gonna meditate and pray for a little bit. Pet Nyx, just, be there.
As you do, and you spend some significant time doing this. You hear a voice in your head. Is this really necessary?
I put complete faith in Artemis, and you made me question that.
I merely want you to see the reality of the world you find yourself in.
You keep saying you want me to see a reality, but you won't show me anything but a few memories.
I have shown you more than your goddess ever has. And I've only been with you for several days.
I just managed to pull this sword that only a devout follower of Artemis can pull, because I was patient and went with how things are supposed to happen. If I'm meant to find out, I am meant to find out. I can wait. I've waited 23 years, but I am tired of you making me turn my back on my friends. Everything that has happened with you at the center of it.
Anura, I don't want to hurt you, but if you won't accomplish my goals, then I will find someone who can.
I'm going to take out the blood glass cube, take the ring off my finger, immediately.
Anura! Anura! Sealed. You wait there for a while longer. The sun begins to set. Nyx sleeps softly on your lap. The moon comes out. The stars come out. You're happy that you're in a relative clearing. You could actually see the stars for the first time in a few days. I hope this explains something. You hear a voice behind you. You turn. You see a very familiar face. A face you've seen many times before. A face that gave you a home. A face that taught you about Artemis. A face that you witnessed care for animals, wild beasts that would come to her temple, even though no people ever came to the temple, because it was built in the middle of nowhere, on the edge of a forest. You remember asking her why she did that. She had a curious answer. Huntress Alexandra stands in front of you. I heard you wanted to speak to me.
Kidding me? Holy shit. Backstory reveals are fun.
Didn't expect that so soon.
I did not.
I didn't either.
Abby, my bad. Okay. I'm just going to. I guess that explains more than I thought it would. That's what I'm saying that out loud to her. I guess that explains more than I thought it would.
I never abandoned you, child. I had other responsibilities, but I would always come back.
You'd always come back. I am pretty sure I'm still attuned to the Titan. I can undo that, I guess. I don't know. I put her back in the blood glass cube.
Yeah. I'll say, due to the nature of the blood glass cube, that I would say that you inherently unattuned from it when it's in the cube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out the cube and look at Artemis. Everything that went wrong because I wanted answers before I needed answers, before you had determined I needed answers.
If that's how you'd like to see it, that's fine with me.
I should have had more faith.
And now you do. Anura, I'm very proud of you. Of what you're doing. A true hero's journey. It would mean nothing if there weren't temptations along the road. This was the first. There may be more.
I'm going to hand her the cube.
She takes it.
Can we possibly somehow keep the cube in case we find another Titan? So we got something to store it in. We can't exactly afford blood glass cubes, I don't think.
She waves her hands, and out of thin air, this heavy clump of vines emerges and seems to create some sort of sphere. She goes, "This will do until we get it somewhere safe. Will you open this?"
Yes, I'm going to reach and open it.
You open it. The link tries to escape before Artemis closes it in this vine sphere. She holds it. This was a difficult decision, but it was the right one. Anura, I will never have a child. But even a goddess gets curious sometimes. I so loved my time with you. And I hope, with that weapon of yours, we will have that time again one day. Do you know what's great about this forest?
I don't know what specifically you're talking about, but there's so many things great about this forest.
She chuckles. Many believe that this forest is where my divine throne sits, the place I rest when I'm not on Olympus. They're not wrong, but they're not right. This forest connects to another place, a secret place, for only those I wish to join me. I think you'd like it there, when the time comes. A land of beasts that live only there, nowhere else in the universe. It's a wondrous place. I look forward to seeing you again. Keep your head up, child. She turns to go. Oh, and one more piece of advice. Before you return to your friends, she looks at the pool. Get a bottle of that water. It might do you good one day. And you look at the pool, and when you look back, she's gone.
So much. Like IRL, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm going to walk back over to the pool.
Okay.
Take out just like a bottle I have from the herbalism kit that
Yeah, I
usually
mean,
a potion would be in.
you chugged a healing potion, so you've got an empty bottle for sure.
I'm just going to go ahead and take that bottle and fill it with water from the pool.
All right. Once it's in the bottle, the sort of almost artificial looking blue clarity that it has is even more striking in bottle form. You put a cork in it, and it seems to swirl forever. You can add a potion of clarity to your inventory.
Okay. Potion of clarity?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So, you have 4 more days until the festival. We can sort of montage this a bit, unless there's something specific you'd like to do.
I think that is it. Do I need to remove the link of Mnemosyne from my inventory?
Please do.
Okay, well, not thank God, but
The next 4 days go by, and it's bizarre. You were so caught up in the hardships of your life that now you feel a lightness. And it takes a few days for you to realize that, yes, you were upset, but perhaps the link was somehow making everything slightly worse, slightly more hopeless. And now there's something else inside you. Answers, yes. A new weapon, yes. But there's something that you can't really name as well. You see lots of interesting things in your last 4 days in this forest. You come across at one point a collection of green-skinned nymphs that seem to be playing tag or something through the trees, and as they run across your path, they squeal and all turn into trees themselves. You see a baby bird that's fallen out of a nest that you help back in. You see a lightning-struck tree that bugs have made their home. You see a pack of wolves led by an enormous dire wolf. You give them a few rations. They leave you be. It's nice. Would you like to go back to Delphi the day of the festival, or at any point before the festival?
I want to go back the day before and
Okay.
go find Adagio.
All right. So, day before the festival, you make your way back out of the forest. And you see it's a very different Delphi than what you left. There are carts all over the front entrance. The gates are wide open. There are streams of people coming in and out. It's a very festive atmosphere already. And you enter the gates. Make your way back to Sunbrow Manor. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Hell yeah, man.
That was a lot.
That's a lot. So next week, once again, it will be minus Anura, and we'll come back with the other 4. We'll come back with the heist of the blood glass. Very different feel than where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But a heist with the tentative alliance with a group of treasure hunters, and the rest of the downtime before the festival. And then the week after that is the festival. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be super fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I think that was a really cool fucking session. I had a blast, and I don't know about you.
Great. It was great. I mean, like, I'm gonna go cry for like an hour because it was an emotional roller coaster, but it was great.
Yeah. Everybody, thank you for watching. Again, if you missed the beginning, this Thursday we are doing a special Threads of Fate with me live, answering questions. So definitely check that out. Definitely get your questions in. We'll put some social posts out, and you can also ask questions in chat live on Thursday at 7:30. Definitely check it out. Also, I can't see until I open it how many of you donated during this stream, but for all of you who've donated, thank you very much. As soon as we get off, I will send that donation their way. Guys, this was a blast. Everybody stay safe, stay angry, and we'll see you next time. Bye.